Ladies and gentlemen, it is now official. Jason Peters is now a Dallas Cowboy, and this is something that is important with the fact that this will shape up your offensive line in 2022. Now, the first thing I want to get out of the way is if you can, like the video. Doesn't take long to do. Helps perform better in the algorithm. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on new content, and watch till the very end. Now, with that being said, you now have a guy on your offensive line where if he is in a starting position, you have someone that can hold it down on the left side. Is he at an all-pro level? No, absolutely not. I don't think he is at his peak anymore, but he is chugging along, and this guy will eventually be in the Hall of Fame someday. And this is something that the Cowboys needed to do regardless of how things looked. I've been calling for the Cowboys to add a veteran swing tackle for the longest time because you can't really rely on these young guys. Josh Ball has proven that he is not even a backup quality tackle. Matt Waletzko, I feel like, has something there, but you need a little bit more time to marinate and grow into the position. What Jason Peters does for you is you get a guy where, hey, if I do not trust a guy in Tyler Smith to get the job done at left tackle, then I could just put Jason Peters out there and let Tyler play left guard, which I've been focusing on for quite some time. But the biggest problem is that the Cowboys have not shown an indication of what they're trying to do on their offensive line. As we stand currently today, their offensive line appears to be Tyler Smith. Their left guard is going to be Connor McGovern. Center is going to be Tyler Biadasz, Zach Martin, and then Terrence Steele. Now, the reason I bring that up is because you have your owner and your CEO and Stephen Jones coming out saying that we value Tyler and we believe he is going to be good. We got him for a reason. All this verbiage and stuff like that. And we've talked about this in previous videos. Now, if you're saying that, but then your head coach and Mike McCarthy is saying, you know what? I just really don't know how to feel on him. I think he needs a little bit more time to get reps so that he can start because we don't feel like he can start. Like, there's so many conflicting points of information, and that is something that worries me going into the season because if your plan is, okay, we do not want to start Tyler Smith, but we will play, Jason Peters out there, and we'll play Connor McGovern at left guard, instant red flag. What that insinuates to me is that you made the wrong selection. He's taking a little bit longer to get into that starting quality, which the only way that he's going to get these reps, ladies and gentlemen, is if he plays. So I don't want to hear this crap about how, oh, Tyler Smith isn't good when, number one, we haven't seen him. Number two, the tape tells us that he looks good. And then number three, you feel like the other guys have opportunity. And I just think that that's ludicrous, to say the least. So, Tyler Smith has the start. Is it at left tackle or left guard? Now, I think that's what's been going on. I know the holidays and stuff like that have been putting things on a slow pace for them to get him in here. But this is where I think a lot of us as fans will be keeping a sharp eye on. If, in fact, Tyler Smith doesn't start at either left guard or left tackle, we got a problem. However, if you have Peters start at left tackle and Smith start at left guard, I'm having a completely different conversation. Or if you're going to start Smith at left tackle, McGovern at left guard, and Peters is the backup, I think that that's something that I'm okay with. And I've said this in the previous video that I did a couple days ago, where if you are not willing to have Tyler Smith start, your first round pick, we got a problem. And then, look, the main thing, and I don't want to keep giving you the runaround, it comes down to Mike McCarthy and this front office, right? Your front office is saying we think the guy can play, and then your coaching staff is saying one thing. It comes down to that coaching staff. You as a head coach, Mike McCarthy, regardless, we know the politics of the room. At the end of the day, you need to go out there and say, listen, Tyler is my guy, and that's that. Or Tyler is not my guy, and this is why. You will, and I say this all the time, and this is kind of like the whole thought process that comes with being a Cowboys fan. You made the bed, you're going to lie in it. regardless of what that bad looks like, how comfortable it may be or not, if you put those parameters around yourself, you got to stay in those parameters and live with those decisions if they bite you in the ass. So, does this progress stop Tyler Smith if your goal is to make him a left tackle? Yeah, it does, because if you play Peters at left tackle, which I think a lot of people forget this, and there's Eagles fans coming out here saying that he's trash. You look at his Bears tape, and he was solid for them at left tackle. He's like, hey, I can give you solid reps. Am I going to win every rep, in terms of, just beating the crap out of his opponent like we've seen with Tyron Smith in years past? No. He's not going to do that. But what I think is important is that I just need you to go out, give me quality starting reps. That's it. I'm not expecting much. As long as you can keep my quarterback upright and then my rookie is able to develop at the position I want him to develop at, that's fine. And that's the problem, is that the Cowboys do not have a roadmap for how they're trying to build this offensive line. The one roadmap we've been seeing is he's playing guard, and you got your left guard of the future. Another roadmap we're hearing is he's going to play left tackle. I'm not a fan of this. If you are going to ultimately play Smith at left tackle, what you have to do is play him at left tackle and roll with that. If you're trying to play him at guard and this is all some facade, cool. Fine with me. But again, bringing in Peters to start over your rookie, that is not good. It isn't. It's not good, ladies and gentlemen. And I am fearing that's what the Cowboys are going to do. Is he, and I kind of been thinking about this, is he better than Smith at left tackle? Well, we don't know. If we're talking about his raw athleticism at this point, no. I think that Tyler Smith, as of right now, is a better athlete. But in terms of being an overall tackle, like the technique and everything like that, of course, Peters has it down. Right? I understand he's in his 40s and he's still chugging along. But the Dallas Cowboys need to have a serious discussion on this. If your goal is to play Tyler Smith at left tackle, this is not the way to do it. Going after Andrew Whitworth, going after Jason Peters, going after Eric Fisher, going after all these individuals, that's not helping you. If you are, however, going after this guy and you're like, listen, we're just doing a smoke screen, Tyler Smith is our left guard, cool. Cool. It's just, you need to get this done. You needed to get this done, And now that you have it done, you have a left tackle that you can rely on if you want to make him the starter. But more importantly, you have a backup in case shit hits the fan. So as a Cowboys fan, I am satisfied with this move. I'm not going to sit here and say that this is bullshit. The only thing I will say is they should have done this quicker and stopped making this a spectacle. You have plenty of money. There's no reason to drag this out. And on top of that, listen, you need to get these guys in the building so you can... Listen, this is game week. You need to get this shit down. So, there's that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video where we talked about Jason Peters. Tell me, how do you think about Jason Peters coming into the building? Please make sure to leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on the way out. Most importantly, and I want to stress this, thank you for reaching the end of this video. And I will catch you guys in the next one.